Hi, I'm Jinx.
And I'm Delco.
And welcome to Anyland. Welcome to Ravenswich. Haunted Woods Trails 4 Ravenswich is a massive haunted experience that Delco and I made a couple of years ago. And it is kind of set in a 1899 Victorian-era town in New England in a mysterious island named Ravenswich Isle. And we spent a lot of time making this as a brand new motif and aesthetic for us, something completely different we hadn't done before. I think it's one of our masterpieces for sure. A lot of people have really loved this. So welcome. We're going to walk through the whole thing, and it is a long journey, and we're going to give our director's designer's commentary as we go. So I'm going to switch over to my point of view. So you start, that light's not normally there, we just spotlit it here for the video. You start on the docks, and yes, it's very dark, especially if you're watching, on a flat screen and not here in VR. There's water, and then there's just the infinite horizon into the darkness, which is nice and spooky. And I'll kill this light for good measure. So you start here, and you hear the ocean, and you can see in front of you this kind of courtyard. And Delco's lovely lighthouse, which is coming around now. A special effect there, it actually casts light.
Fake light, just a place light that it's not attached to a sub thing, it's just timed to tell any script. It's just the light kind of follows a path, and I set the timing exact to match the rotation of the lighthouse.
Which is perfect, because you don't have to use a spotlight at all.
Yeah.
And you can hear, hopefully, in the background, the music playing. And I composed a few different very simple songs for this map, which I'm probably going to do a whole separate video on how I did that, because it's emitted blocks falling into the infinite void below on a loop, and then moving a sub thing liquid in place when I want it to stop and switch songs. So we'll get to that. So just like all of our other haunted experiences, we like to have an entryway that's not actually haunted, no jump scares, someplace you can hang out and kind of just enjoy the Halloween atmosphere and stuff. So we made some new masks, some freaky ones, of course. There's a purple kind of Cthulhu guy now, and a one press button free avatar with a head and everything, just to get in the mood so that you're outfitted to match. We even have top hats and fancy hats. I want to point out the welcome to Ravenswich current population. Aaron Winchesterson. Okay, he's no longer with us. That's interesting. I wonder who he is. In fact, we'll see a lot of his notes throughout the experience.
Yes.
Moon, of course, is full moon because you got to have the ambiance for that. We started right away with our graveyards, our fun jokes and stuff. Sometimes they're at the end of the map, sometimes they're at the beginning. Do you want to demonstrate the graveyard sign?
Sure.
Because this is a running thing with you.
What happens with this one?
You push the G.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I think that's the best one. I don't think there's any topping that one.
I think House on the Haunted Woods Trails was great because it lit on fire after
that one's just so dramatic.
I like it.
And
that
the timing.
It makes me laugh every single time. So just to recap, we always have a credits headstone, I guess. We did start April 29, 2020 because, 2020 sucked and we all had a lot of extra free time in our hands. So Delco and I wanted to be productive. But most of the work actually was done more in the summertime leading up to October, as usual. So I guess I'll demonstrate the ticket booth because we always have a ticket booth pretty much.
This is a good one.
This is, so everyone knows all these worlds up. This is the 4th annual Halloween world we've done, and we've always had this ticket booth from the first one, but with a different spook and gag. So this one turns into a monster and chomps your hand. Oop. So the whole monster is actually under the ground. He's on a sub thing, and it's something I remember we were talking about. It made switching sub things easy. Was putting the monster itself is an overlay of the ticket booth. The sub thing is under the ground. The overlay of the ticket booth is upside down and I guess rotated 180 degrees. So the sub thing is actually doing this untweened to snap into place. And there are other things where we switch the positions of two things that way. Just using,
It's clever.
It's clever, and it minimizes.
Otherwise, it'd be tricky to time that.
Yes.
Perfectly.
And it could get out of sync and would be terrible.
Perfect timing if you just keep it.
You just switch the
script,
two.
Same animation.
Yeah, so that one goes away and this one comes into place, which is perfect. The previous world, House of the Haunted Woods Trails, I created that cell phone, which is a flashlight, that also on screen would show a red icon and flash when you were near a jump scare as a jump scare early warning detection. For this one, because this is supposed to be around the year 1899, the cell phones wouldn't be there, totally out of place. So we decided to make some contraptions. You had made an actual contraption.
Yep, I don't think this is like. I tried my best to just make it look Victorian. It looks more steampunk, but
Yeah.
I think it flashes and spins and clicks at you. We'll demonstrate it in a moment.
Oh yeah, if you hold on to it. And this one, if I remember correctly, the eyes, the four circles, you don't know their eyes yet, light up red. I think mine also buzzes, and I think yours might buzz in the hand, like haptic.
I think this one buzzes.
Because yours spins around, too.
Yeah, this is kind of elaborate.
Yeah. So basically, these are just, for people who still want to experience it, but, might be a little sensitive to actual jump scares. And there are actual jump scares, so. Got that. I'll hold the lantern.
Okay.
Boop. Oh, speaking of lanterns, you had made this lovely one as a spotlight.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have a flashlight.
Yeah, and, this lantern is more or less based on the design from Amnesia: Dark Descent.
Oh, yeah.
This is from Amnesia: Machine for Pigs.
Ha, ha,
Yes. Doesn't get any better when you're looking at video game lanterns, so
Sure.
I just might as well take it from the best.
Yeah, we did a lot of research. I remember watching a few different TV shows and movies to get in the mood to make this place. And then some other games like that we were grabbing lots of ideas from, design-wise.
Yeah.
So, yep, here's the normal welcome disclaimer. The one fun thing is if you look at the word jump scares, it actually jumps out at you with that cute ghost sound. I just want to point that out. I thought it was clever.
Yeah.
So we're in Ravenswich, and there are ravens everywhere. And sometimes they caw and whatnot. So,
Special request on the sound effect.
Oh, yes, of course.
Finally,
This
a
was
proper raven call.
Right? This was the second time we came up with a sound effects pack for Anyland that Philip was gracious enough to add for us. Because, Anyland didn't have the crow sound. And we were really disappointed, so we needed it. Oh, that was a pull. All right, we'll go out to the first street here. See the lighthouse, you got the trees. This is just bordered off. We have a few different houses, but you can't go into most of them. Oh yeah, hey, and there's a burning horse cart.
Why is it burning?
I don't know. It just is. Before we go over there, though, let's go to Smythe's Tavern. Because, it's good. So,
Just by Clyde's Miracle Tonics.
Clyde's Miracle Tonics, Smythe's Tavern, Blythe's Bakery, is it? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Really good bread. So sign. And it's another hangout tavern. We love doing that. Taverns and stuff, bars. No jump scares. Believe it or not, no jump scares. You can even tell because there's a salt line, to protect you. So we'll go inside. And yeah, it's just a nice hangout, Halloween-themed spot here. And you could, spook bars made with real souls. And, all the fun stuff. Shot glasses, you could just, all that. Here is the first time you can see the map of Ravenswich itself. I drew this in Photoshop.
Brilliant
In the
map.
old style, I was definitely going for a look. And you're going to see, as you go, we started here at the docks. And there's the lighthouse. And we're on this street. And we are going to go all the way through here and up and around. And there's a church way up here. Yeah. So people can hold on to that if they like. Of course, your thing. Love it. Gotta have it. Just remember the tavern, and remember that this door goes into a basement. I'm not even
Unimportant.
Unimportant. Just
Nothing down
just
here.
just a ritual circle of summoning or something. I don't know.
Everyone's got those.
I
That's not even
have
the
it.
latest model.
Yeah, I put them in all my basements. You never know when you're gonna need it. So yeah, just don't worry about that. Who knows what's gonna be summoned. Our guest book, of course, which is kind of fun, and teleport potions to all of our haunted experiences in the Haunted Woods Trails series 1, 2, 3, the house, here Ravenswich, and then last year we made Castle Ravenswich, which is a sequel to this world, but we'll get there in a future video. But this note starts off Aaron Winchesterson's journey. I'm not going to read all 16 of the notes, but just know that if you want some lore of this place, Aaron Winchesterson moved to Ravenswich October 1st of this very same year. And on Halloween night, he went out to figure out what was going on and all the weirdness of the city. So we'll see how that turns out for him. Head back out. Zoop. You made the awesome
Yes.
graffiti. I'm gonna...
Yeah. I was looking at some Victorian artwork, images, old buildings. They all have these painted signs on bricks. And I figured, they'd paint a square or a rectangle of white and then black text on top of that, or some other style. And I figured just go into, I don't have Photoshop, I just got GIMP, and I, 10-ish background, tried to match the color of the texture here. Then I just painted on black. Oh no, I painted like red or something, and then I just deleted all of the red that I painted on in splotches, and everything that I deleted became transparent.
Oh yeah.
And Anyland has its material
Oh yes.
that will delete a transparency layer, and that's how I got this effect.
It's
I don't remember
beautiful.
exactly how I did it, to be honest, but
Yeah. Sounds like you do.
It's something like that.
But it looks great because it looks worn and weathered, and
Yeah, it turned out. I'm really happy with it.
yeah, you did a couple of them because I remember you had.
Yeah. That one's very faded.
Oh yeah, for the
The
hat.
text on that one's faded. I actually didn't. I missed like some of the lettering on this one.
Oh.
This one's not perfect, but that one, I actually got all the text
I don't know. I think they
Just
look
some,
awesome. All of them.
layering issues.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, I love that full moon. Just right above the buildings. Looks great. I remember we do not context laser the moon.
Never.
Never.
Oh, the window textures. This is where we first.
Oh
had that,
yeah,
right?
okay, yeah. This is. Oh, we should definitely talk about this, because we kind of invented whatever, came up with it, late in this map, and then we went back through all of the windows, except that one I always forget to go back to in that one house. Which every time we do tours, and we've done so many tours of this place, I always think, I'm gonna go back next time and fix that window, but I never do. Anyway, yeah. So that is a texture and an inner glow, like in this case, like yellowy brown. And the texture, what makes it interesting is you get the corners are kind of dithered. They're kind of faded to black, which creates a
Yeah, you're on the
much
same
more
thing.
realistic look. You think you have a sample?
Yeah.
You can even see it on the orange of the tavern bay windows. It's such a better look than having a very flat inner glow, which actually I did on the inside of the tavern because that lamp is right there. So I figured it would actually be bright. But it implies that there's light there and maybe some sort of curtain or frostedness, maybe, I don't know. Either way, when I think
There
you
we go.
came up with it, it just instantly looked...
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
It's
there we
just
go.
This texture
Okay.
stretched out to just have one of the oops, high five, one of the circles,
Mm-hmm.
and then apply. Oops, stretch it out,
Mm-hmm.
and then just give it a glow, and then preferably you give the block underneath kind of a.
Look.
How'd we do it? Okay. Like this. Yeah, something like that, just to add a glow effect to it.
yeah. Make it more pronounced that way.
Yeah, when you have the actual frame of the window, it works better. I was just trying to.
Yeah, and then all the... Yeah.
The base color is should be black, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black is the base color, and then the color for the actual color on the texture.
Hmm.
And give it glow.
You were trying to make a stained glass window.
Yes.
And that's when I came up with the effect.
Yes, that's right, because I was
Trying to get that
experimenting
good
as much as I
look.
could.
Because you can add another texture on top of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the
On the
stained glass ones I
secondary
came up
layer.
with later were okay. Good enough, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard,
It is hard. Stained
but
glass
it works
windows
great
are very...
for regular windows.
Yeah. Yeah, this came out. We're very happy with that. And
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. Just have to do it. Can no longer have flat.
Yeah.
All right, moving along here. A lot of these buildings you can't enter, and you know the obvious ones you can, but so it was just kind of filler. Not filler. I don't want to say filler because it's not filler, but like the bay window flipped upside down just looks different, you know. And then just
Yeah.
having a couple different models of windows and slapping them on, and all that. I remember we made a scale model of the docks, that area, and this thing in Jinx Mansion
Made it before
lab.
we. Yeah, and
Which is cool.
within 3 hours or so, we had this.
Oh yeah, we
more or less set
totally
up.
had it all out.
I think I've got.
The sample. It's in model rooms,
Where do
the
I-
area where we've put a bunch of model
Yeah.
rooms and stuff.
Oh, hang on,
This
it
whole
should
place
be-
is there.
No, I don't have it saved. I don't think.
I think after
well.
I put it in model rooms, I deleted it out of my inventory just to clean up.
Yeah, I definitely don't have it in here.
But yeah, it's a scale model of this block and everything. It's really neat because we like to prototype
Mhm.
that way. It's really easy to do
Yeah.
that, especially in Anyland. Prototyping is so fast.
That's all we prototyped before
yeah.
we actually created the world.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing outside of that, just
Totally.
up to like here.
Yeah.
Nothing further.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, we'll do an alley right over there, and then you continue on to more alleys. Because the idea of
Mhm.
this place was really to do lots of back alleys throughout a
Yeah.
whole town.
And doing a woods trail is one thing, just dirt
Yeah.
and trees everywhere.
Yeah.
But getting the Victorian effect, you have to have things like the chimney attachment or
Yep.
that up
And
there.
those, yep.
That you can just kind
those-
of stick on rooftops.
yeah,
The windows you
windows
can stick on
pop up,
rooftops.
Yeah, the colonial
A
style.
kind of a modular like wall and roof system
Yeah.
to kind of mix and match the
With the-
different
yeah.
buildings, so it's not all just square
yeah,
brick building, gray brick building,
gray. But
You gotta
have to
keep
earn
it fresh.
Yeah,
And
which is
Once
why
we get enough of the modular assets, you can get a good amount of variety.
yeah, and throw them down really fast, which was important because
Mhm.
otherwise it
Now
would
it did
bog us
result
down.
in breaking the part count.
Oh yeah, okay. So I mean, as people watch this video, and there'll probably be a part 2 because it's so long, they'll see how big this place is and everything. So
Mhm.
we actually hit the Anyland 5,000 things in one area part limit, and Philip was gracious enough to double the limit to 10,000, which we didn't hit from there. I think we only just went over 5,000, but
Mhm.
yeah, this is the biggest area in Anyland to date. It's
Yeah, I mean, the windows, everything's unmerged generally. Like these facade buildings are unmerged. You know, hindsight could have merged them.
We
but, you know,
merged as
we
much as we
didn't.
could realistically, without causing other
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, but the modular pieces, I don't know. The process of merging those
Gets finicky.
every single time you place it down would get very.
Yeah.
It would bog down the
Yeah.
speed of
building.
building, and it would also, you know, create collision issues potentially.
That I think was.
It's hard to really predict that, but
Yeah, I think that was one of the issues we ran into too for doing that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's actually get on with the entertainment. Starting with the burning cart. I like this because it created a nice color glow and light glow, a reason to draw your eye this way to the alley. And yeah, there's a skeleton in there. Help me.
But why is it burning?
I don't know. It's weird. Why hasn't anyone, you know, put out the fire? I mean, there are all these
Yeah.
wooden barrels.
Is
wooden
no one out
crates
and
around.
about tonight?
You know what? I don't think anyone's out and about tonight.
It's so dark out.
No one was in the tavern.
Yeah.
This whole place seems to be abandoned. That's weird. I mean, it's Halloween night. Where do you think anyone would go? I don't know. All right, well,
What to say?
walk this way.
11:45.
Oh, yes. Unlike House of the Haunted Woods Trails 3, the clocks are actually keeping time.
For the most part.
Pretty much. No, yeah.
100% accurate.
Totally 100% accurate
Time.
the whole time. And I'll be sure to point it out as we go. So you got that.
Yeah.
That's going to trigger because you have an alley. It's well lit. This doesn't even look scary, which is why this jump scare is going to be effective. Oh,
There
here
we go.
There it goes.
It doesn't vibrate, but
Okay.
yeah, it flashes and
Makes
clicks
that
and
sound.
sounds nice and mechanical.
Yeah, that really does seem like a contraption from 1899.
Yeah.
And that gives you plenty of warning for what's about to happen.
Yep, but we don't need it from here.
Nah. So you don't, if you teleport really fast and run through things, yeah, no. These worlds are meant to be walk slowly, look at everything, enjoy. So here we go. It's so out of place. Like, why would a hanged man be here? Why would he suddenly drop down? It doesn't matter. It's a jump scare, and it works. So, cobblestone, mixing the brick texture with the texture I usually
yeah.
use for leaves, but making it that sepia color. I took a lot of time to get a texture that looked pretty decent.
That works really well.
It
And
worked.
I
Used
made
it
the
everywhere.
I auto completed some bricks with
Oh, yeah.
the I don't remember what the setting is, but the slider that kind
Yeah.
of varies their
Autocomplete.
XY.
Oh, yeah. So they
Yeah.
aren't perfectly aligned. Yeah.
Yep.
So we go through here. It's a nice alley. Lots of different stuff going on, benches and these shutters. And there's this guy with a top hat on and clearly in a suit, leaning over like, oh, is he? Is he all right? Too much to drink tonight, sir? Are you holding back a barf or? What the hell was that? What is that just flew away? What are you mumbling about? Oh dear. Oh. Okay. This looks like. Was that his eye that flew away?
I think it was.
Oh, that's weird.
We've seen those eye
That's-
bats before, though.
We have seen those eye bats before. As we tie something else into the Ravenswich canon. But what's this purple goo? Is it bubbly? Ew. So that's your first kind of real hint that something's not right in Ravenswich. Oh, he reset. There he goes. The eye bat.
I forgot
Yes.
that resets.
Something's not right in Ravenswich, and it's really, really not right. So that guy just has to suffer tonight. So here we have more lovely dark alleyway. This door is actually the back of the tavern. And in the tavern, the matching door has a sign that says no one should go out into the alleys tonight. If you want to peek through, we did a bunch of these archways that are locked, just to kind of add some dimension to the city. The alleyways, like, oh yeah, there's definitely something there, and you can tell it bends to the left, but you can't get there. So we kind of stop you, but at the same time really imply that there's so much more to the city. Kind of gives it a fuller effect. But if you wanted to walk in real close and take a look, it's going to scooch for a moment. That is your next warning that things are not all right in Ravenswich.
Mm-hmm.
I call those the Cthulhu acolytes. That guy, he's there all the time, but he has a show at distance of 1 meter, which is the minimum show at for rendering. So when you step within 3 feet of him, he turns on, and then he just has that sound effect that plays. I think it's when looked at, or I have a plate. That's what it is. I have a plate that's also, it's in front of the grate and in front of him, so that it's not blocked. When looked at, it plays that sound, personal and surround sound, so it feels like it's in your ears the whole, and it's not like coming from there in particular. And because it's personal, only you see it and hear it, so it sounds like you're going crazy.
I think you're going crazy.
I probably, yeah. You didn't see him? What? He was right there. I swear.
There's nothing there.
What?
There's nobody here.
Oh, okay. Huh. Are you sure? I totally saw him.
Pretty sure.
Oh, well. We'll continue with this. We did a lot of vignettes where you come see an alleyway and you just see a really cool scene. So this is an alley really well lit by you and the moon. Just another grating, lovely balcony, a raven. Here's another, there's a door there, and then there's, to the side, so you're kind of like, oh, hey, there's more to the city, but it's all locked off. Why do they, the citizens lock alleyways down at night? Who knows? But here's one that's open, kind of for contrast, so you know that they're not always locked. Here we have a nice statue who looks at you, so that's creepy. But he doesn't look at you long, and he snaps back there. So it's another one of those hallucination things that I love. Here's another Aaron Winchesterson journal, so you can read that. Gothic kind of looking statuary that you'd expect, some sort of angel. Oh yeah, here. Another thing to let you know that things aren't all right in Ravenswich. We have purple mushrooms with purple smoke coming out of them. That just can't be good. And never mind the buried guy. The classy buried guy. He's got his hat.
Yep.
So we'll go down here. Big spider just for the heck of it.
They're all around.
Yeah. I like this where it's like this curved stairs, but there was the arches and this spot.
Nice and simple.
Yeah. I reused these exact stairs.
Are too hard.
Yeah, because they're hard, I reused exactly this and this red side, I don't know, backer, to align it all, because it works. But yeah, we added a lot of dimension to the city, which is nice. It keeps it feeling really cool. Alright, we'll go inside of here. I'm going to step aside to the machine shop room.
Yes.
And
right, I made this.
Yeah, you made this whole thing. Turn off the light for a second.
Yeah, I'm very a lot of my creations are sourced on inspiration, and in this case I had played Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs.
Right.
So I just wanted to try and create a very atmospheric room.
This room is very
steam
atmospheric.
burst jump scare.
Oh yeah.
If you step forward, there's a pressure valve, so you can get rid of that pressure and stop the steam.
Oh yeah, let me just do that. Oh, never mind. Oh dear. Oh.
All these gauges and stuff with tapping glass. There's something weird with that tapping glass. I don't know what it is. It's a bug with Anyland. If you tap it, the transparent material just turns opaque for a split second.
Oh yeah. Actually, it's not. Maybe it's the first time.
It's always done that for me. It might not be. Let's get it out of here.
Yeah, it's so loud.
Yeah.
We'll go up the really dark
machines.
stairs.
There we go.
Oh, I hear coughing. Somebody's sick. Oh. Main pistons. Is that one red
Get on
because we
there.
just broke it?
Well, there's 3 pistons. One of them's not animated, so I just figured red light. There's actually another. This is just stolen from Amnesia. I just took a picture of this and recreated it.
Nice. Yes.
So I put pistons down there because there's pistons written on the sign in Amnesia.
Okay. Because that room feels awesome because it's dark. We got the machinery crunching sounds. And
Yeah.
everything. It's very atmospheric because you feel like you're actually
I would've liked
going through there.
I feel like right now I wish I had made that longer rather than just a short room then up some stairs, but you know,
Oh.
I think I wanted to do a whole underground like network of stuff, but that's stealing too much from
Oh
Amnesia.
yeah.
That's just exactly what happens in that game, so
Gotcha.
I just ended it there.
Gotcha.
Brief I'll call it an homage
Yeah.
instead of
course.
stealing.
No, that's basically what it is. I mean, you took inspiration from it. Took inspiration from all sorts of media for making this world.
Yeah.
So we made new furniture and stuff specifically to kind of feel more Victorian era, but also put our own spins on it. So I did like the weirdness. But this is supposed to be a desk, and it's ink blotter. But you can't have the chair here because the door opens. So
Yep.
I put the chair on the floor like it got knocked over. There's somebody behind here and he's coughing. That does not sound good. Let me just try the door. Oh, it's locked. I love that knocking sound.
Yeah.
I love using it. Oh, here's something else I drew in Photoshop. It's
Nice.
3 bats hanging on a branch in an orangey, autumny kind of look of tree without leaves thing. Just setting the atmosphere. That shows up a few times because why not? Go
Got some
outside.
extra, didn't look at it, but
What?
there's some extra piping I added to that room,
On the side. Yeah.
and yep, and it leads to this right
Ah,
here.
yes.
This thing, I don't remember making this. I like this.
Oh, it's steaming. Actually, I never noticed because we never looked back.
Yeah, and if you listen carefully, the machinery noises I think are still there.
Yeah.
It might just be
faintly.
the steam. I can't remember.
But yeah.
Why didn't I
it's
ever
a
use this
continuity.
again? I don't remember making this. I knew I put a pipe back here, but I don't
nice.
remember making it so detailed.
Side note, we could use that for this year's world.
Recolor
it.
it? Yeah,
Yes. Heck yeah.
I'm gonna just take that.
Just grab it now so you can edit it later. Cool. Yeah, so we're back outside in some more alleyways. I like, just details that we had, like all those balconies and the one lit, and then the windows lit. But there's a fence here, so you can't go beyond. And what's fun is, you can look and you can see a house and you can kind of see more houses. But like, there's no floor on the other side of this fence at all. We don't need it
Yeah.
because you can't see there. Here's another one of your paintings.
Yep, hardware tools. That's
Just
a good
cool.
one.
Oh, this is also
think I
where
made
I made
4.
the. Yeah, because you did the umbrellas,
Right.
which is the other one. Another note from Aaron
Refresher
Winchesterson.
lantern.
Refresher lantern, in case you dropped
Yeah,
yours.
and we didn't actually demonstrate this.
Oh yeah, here, let me turn off this.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's kind of useless, but
It's-
it makes it scarier.
it's not bright, but it has a good range, unlike the flashlights, which are bright but don't have a
Lantern
good range.
itself is actually needlessly detailed because
Mhm.
when you turn it on, there's 2 lights. There's a spotlight and there's a light here that adds glow to the
yeah.
inside of the lens, and the switch on the side actually does
Oh yeah.
flip.
I always like the sounds that you did on that. The click and then the.
Yeah, I like this lantern.
I love that lantern. I want to show. Here's another one of these arches that's, blockaded, but you can see you can only go so far. We didn't want you to go too far. You can see it's a tunnel, and you might be able to see that there's more grating on the other side, and there's another candle on a barrel like that one down the way, so you kind of get a glimpse in the darkness of someplace maybe you can go to in a bit. I was going to say, this is where I made the vines, because there weren't any textures we could just throw on that looked like vines. And doing your cool trick with the signs as vines would have been too flat, I think. So I made a part vine, and it's only one part total because it all merged down because I only used one shade of green. But I made like one. I took old vines, I think from the underground actually, and then I made the leaves and just made a few sizes and just stacked them and all that. So I feel like in a New England Victorian era town, you absolutely needed hanging vines, like mandatory.
Looks great.
Yeah. So we'll go down here. There's a door that's half open. I guess they didn't want to, hang around. But I like just when near trigger actions is like does half of everything. When near is such a great thing. So you come around here, and there's a skeleton on the ground, and here's a clock, and it's gonna strike midnight very loudly. That one always gets me for some reason. So hey, it's been 15 minutes. That's cool. Skeleton though, looks like he died of fright. I mean, what was he looking at? Oh, what the hell is that? Oh! I love that guy. That freaky ghost guy.
Yep.
I also love this as a vignette because this is like our Haunted Woods Trails series. But it's a town, so we don't really have a lot of woods. There is later on. There's a whole woods section to run through, but I like doing this like end of the alley into the woods of darkness implication. Like it looks like there's a big tree off to the left and a couple of trees here, and it goes from cobblestone to dirt and grass and then just into the darkness. And really there's just a Vanta black plate right back there that but the way it blends, it just into the darkness, that's what it looks like, so it works out really well. That raven on that pumpkin on that barrel shows up a couple of times because I took a screenshot and then ran it through a Photoshop filter and then imported it to make a painting. So it's nice. Yeah, so you're looking through and you see windows and towers like that. It really gives a sense of dimension and a sense of like, these are 3-story buildings and townhouses. So we go through here. These are all reflective, which is why they lit up. It's just a metal texture, but it looks really good. And then you come around here and you see the same ghost guy, except he's not behind bars. And the trepidation people have when they turn the corner and see him, and they stop right here and don't want to go forward. I was hoping that was going to happen, and in fact, several people reacted exactly like that, so I was very happy that worked. He actually will not charge at you. He's just going to vanish. You can hear somebody else in here coughing. People are sick tonight. That's weird.
Yeah, jeez.
Weird. He just disappears with a nice, freaky violin sound. This is the other side of that grated off tunnel. And there's a little friend here. A demon dog barking at you. And you can see more clearly that's where it came from. So he is also, just like before, just like the Cthulhu guys, he's just set with a very short show at distance. So he only renders when you get close. And you back away. And then his sound effect is... I'm on a wall. His sound effect's on a loop. It's just super simple.
Yep. Sort of a fake out jump scare after that guy disappeared.
Yes, exactly.
The jump scare comes from the place you're not expecting.
You wouldn't expect it at all. In fact, earlier you saw right through here. You didn't expect it. But yeah, he's just a dog. Just a friendly puppo. He's hungry. That's all. Oh, that triggered him again. I'm gonna say another alley with, just blockaded off. So here's another alley, and this whole map is alleys. So some windows, which I like this effect. The glass shatters and just spits out and creates a little crack in here in the window. I just love this, and it's barricaded, so you're not going in there. Oh, this looks really good from here. You can really see the shatter, the cracking in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just that jump scare gets people too, because you just don't expect that, a sudden tink sound. It's just nice. More mushrooms. Candles on thing. Now we've got coffins at the end of the fenced area. And I like this area because you get glimpses, and there's a raven on a balcony. Ha! And Delco flying around.
I couldn't
as a
remember if.
wraith.
Yep.
It's real. We'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't remember if this was a facade or if that's the actual
Yeah.
next location.
It is actually, right? I wasn't sure when I built it if it would be.
Yeah, it works well.
Yeah. So we go here. Into a house. Oh, we've just invaded someone's home. So, okay, it's all the normal housey stuff. Simplified version of a house, The Creeping Fear by Howard Phillipson. I don't think I'll read that tonight. Just kind of going through, there's a nice credenza thing here. Bookshelves, of course. Decorations, everything is just, we have a house and you need to walk through it. It's got to look realistic enough, but we don't need to go crazy on the details. You fixed...
Yeah, they were rotating on the middle axis instead of from the top.
Because I made the
So
originals
I fixed the swing.
to swing weird. Just because they were going to be weird, but then you made them more realistic, so that's good. And note the time. I'll keep pointing out the time. It's now a few minutes past midnight, just like it should be. Oh yeah, here's the wind sound effect. It's very spooky. But yeah, there's that. The wind sound effect to kind of draw your attention up the stairs. Because, it's dark. And so it's potential that you would come through here, go, whatever, and then go back out and then not know where you're supposed to go. But yeah, you are supposed to go here. It's a tight little hallway. And he says hello in your voice. What's fun is when you approach him, he looks up at you and goes, and he looks at you because you've come into his house and he's trying to read.
Yeah. Good book.
Good stuff. I think you can pull the chain to the...
Can't reach it.
Yeah, I can't
climb on it.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going up in the attic. Okay. So yeah, this is, guy vest. Totally natural. We've invaded his home, but he doesn't care. He's the first living person who doesn't have a problem.
Yeah.
That we've seen, because that one guy in the alley had his eyes, he's not, he's just interesting, just chilling. So go here to the next room, and there's another one of these maps, and another credenza, and he's got some books locked up, which is kind of interesting. Why do you have books locked up? That, by the way, just as a total aside, that's the window I keep forgetting to put the cool effect on.
Yeah.
So it's just flat yellow.
It's so lame with the flat.
It's so lame. And every time we've given tours in here, I go, oh yeah, and then I go, and I won't say it this time because I'm not going to do it this time. So there's not much to see in here. So you're just going to move on to that door. And you get your jump scare, the Cthulhu guy. If you didn't see the one in the grating, this guy always gets you. We go outside, and this is where we were down there. Yeah, so that really is jump scare, weird monster, what's going on? You'll see more of them. So here on a nice balcony, we'll come down here. Hardware tools, different color, moon looking nice and big. And just this is another example. Like, here's the same bay window from many of the other.
Yeah.
Just throw it in, color match it to a new color. In this case, it was this brown kind of. It's just so easy to make facades of houses this way, and it looks really good. So you can see this window. There's some light going on inside, and there's one of our famous blood arrows pointing in this way. A lot of this world, we have a lot of like hub areas, so a lot of places are really optional, but you should really go into every house that you can to get the full experience. So we will, and sometimes we have to point it out, like, because people will just run by. So here we go. What the hell was that? A hallucination. Yeah, just another kitchen. Some interesting purple goo in a jar. Some really nice chairs just here at the kitchen table. All perfect. Good looking, Nice archway. We'll go into the living room, I guess. And, the bookshelf. It's just when neared. The bookshelf itself is on a sub thing to trigger to fall down. Okay. Super easy. And then
Something's knocking stuff over.
yeah. Radiators always look good. Tight, narrow hallway. I like this.
Unnatural.
Yeah. Especially with these walls. Ugh, the ugliest wallpaper I could come up with. You have to actually duck this part to get here. There's that again. Different wallpapers. More bookshelves, hallways. Let's go this way. Oh, yeah. Here's an interesting painting that I drew again in Photoshop. You're like, that's kind of like the outfits they're wearing and top hats, but giant eyeball. Weird. And somebody willingly has this in their home. Weird. Speaking of somebody in their home, there's somebody home. He's sleeping. He's kind of mumbling in his sleep there, and you can see his covers are bumping up and down. He mumbles more if you touch him. Fun side note here. I like doing this. We have a hat on a hat rack, but a purple cloak on a cloak rack, But you turn the corner in the darkness and you think it's something. And it's not.
Classic.
Yeah. So that's an interesting ritual looking object stone. And it's in a nice box with a nice like purple pillow it's resting on. Why? And it makes a creepy sound when you pick it up. I don't want to hold that. That's kind of freaky. But that could be important. And actually, you might start to notice this pattern. The 4 eyes. No pun intended with the guy with the glasses, of course. Eyes. We have a huge theme in this world about eyes.
Yeah.
So, move along. There's a door. I like this little room. It's just cozy, like a cozy reading room. And stuff like when we do the... Door closed on you.
Thanks, door.
We do the wooden things and the kind of lower ceiling and these windows. I don't know, I feel like for what we're capable of, we did a really good job recreating that Victorian era vibe.
Yeah.
It just feels that way. Yeah. Teddy bear. Oh, it's one of the evil teddy bears. Okay, we should move along. Go down. All right. Choking on your smoke. Wait a minute. Who knocked that chair over?
Same one that knocked over the bookcase.
Oh dear. All right, let's get out of here.
Weird.
I love, as everyone knows, doing the weird stuff like that. Yeah, right. So the clock, is advancing in an appropriate manner. There's a little spillage going on here in the vent.
A lot of that.
Yeah. We'll kind of come around here. Oh, there's a boarded up. Oh no. Oh, it's a gas-powered buzzsaw that totally took this guy out.
Safe.
And that loud jump scare. Love it. Oh, he's still bleeding out. Jeez.
Yeah.
His shirt's totally...
Yeah, you can see he was reaching for his beer, and he slipped and...
Oh, yeah, he's going for that bottle. Oh, he should not have done
OSHA.
that. OSHA violation. Major. At least he could have turned down the steam pressure. Oh, it's down now.
No, it is.
Oh, well. It's a really good-looking log, by the way. I don't think anyone, stops and actually looks closely.
Thanks. Yeah, I worked hard on that log.
I mean, it does actually look good, the part you chose and all.
Yeah.
I'm always impressed with what can be done with basic shapes, Don't need to get super
The saw
fancy.
blade's vertex edited
Oh, yeah.
pretty heavily.
To get the...
Just dragged out all the... It's not precise. It's just pretty haphazardly vertex edited.
Oh,
It
sure.
looks like a saw blade, but it works.
It works, yeah. So come here, and yeah. Oh, here we got a nice little fence and a tunnel. Okay, a haunted fence. I like this as another vignette scene because you got the shadowed out or silhouetted tree over there. What's the best way to go
I think
through?
going straight
Straight
to begin
through?
with is best.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to this.
Because this view right here,
is nice.
this is like something I came up with.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some bit of art or something of the Victorian town.
Oh, yeah.
And this particular scene with the tree, the archway with the windows like on a
Yeah.
tower there, just like this view is very, very on theme and this sort of
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
I'm happy with this. It's just
Yeah.
like very Victorian, kind of helped me get my bearings with the, decor and the aesthetic of the whole, era.
Yeah. I remember
This
that
whole
picture,
motif.
and it's amazing how the picture looks nothing like what we ended up building, but it is
Yeah.
perfectly within the theme.
Yeah.
Another cart.
Boarded up windows.
Boarded up. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, I'm ahead of you.
The tree branch falls as a nice little jump scare. I think it restores itself too and keeps doing that. So maybe it's in a little time loop. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, these are needlessly detailed as well. The nails,
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I don't think I didn't do it here, but the nails sometimes actually have. They're actually
Shaft of it.
nails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
the
not
shaft
just
of it is
circles.
like-
Yeah.
and they are different. Whenever I place these, I alter the boards a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Which is good. Adds variety.
Yep.
There's another one of the angels. Can look up and see. We are in a courtyard of buildings that are 2, 3, maybe even 4 stories tall, which I like.
Mm-hmm. These circular window things
yeah.
on the tops of roofs, those are so annoying because we didn't want to have them on roofs that you couldn't see, like say on that roof right there. You don't need it there.
Right.
So every time you see those, it's manually placed.
Right. And it
Yeah,
needed
no,
it
it's so
too,
annoying.
because the flat gray was so boring. But that
Yeah,
just adds
it needs
just
to be
enough.
broken up. Yeah, and I added it. I missed a few. It's not there,
Yeah.
but I added it to everything I
Oh yeah, this one up there.
thought to add it to. Retroactively, I might add.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we did a lot. I like this. Oh yeah. Okay, so we'll go through here.
I say go through here, then
Bookshop
take
first?
a right outside. Yeah, and then we can loop.
Yeah. Oh, we got to go to the green door after that then. Eleanor's bookshop. She makes an appearance in one of Aaron Winchesterson's notes. he met her and I think fancied her. Let's go check out the bookstore. Ah, it's a nice bookstore. It's appropriately lit too.
Mhm.
You know, it's not too dark.
Yeah.
It's a nice, hanging chandelier kind of thing. Oh yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite books. Classic. How I Did It by Victor Frankenstein, of course. We get the nice sepia-colored world globe. A map. Get the raven statue in copper, I guess. Tobin Spear Guide, gotta have it.
Always.
Always wanted to do the 2-story tall bookshelves.
Yeah.
I finally did that.
Those are cool.
And of course, a ladder that you can climb up for that, which is fun. You can't climb up that one though, because we didn't want you to go up there. Because we didn't want you to go through that door. Because, yeah. Anyway,
That door's important later.
way
way later.
later, way later than you think. 50 years later. Yeah, so you can go back here because lots of these books back here are all locked up. There's a skull, and what's going on over here?
Ugh.
Oh,
She
jeez.
scared me.
Oh no! I love chandelier breaks and pops.
That's good.
It's good stuff. So this is also something that you'll see keeps coming back. It's a motif. There's more purple goo in a jar. Glowing. Another book, Aaron Winchesterson. And this is the catalog of varieties for magic and otherworldly spells. And it's chained up. It's kind of like, somebody can read this because it's on a book, holder. But it's chained up. So you're like, what's going on here in Ravenswich? Interesting. But yeah, this is just a nice building for variety.
Yes.
Just, a bookshop. We wanted a bookshop because that definitely would fit the theme in here. And it did the vaulted ceiling with a couple of beams and stuff. So, go outside this way. And there's a nice alley here. And
Little walkway.
that walkway, very important, much later
Yes.
from now. Much later. Just turning around. We start to see the banner of Ravenswich, which is these 4 circles, the white and the red. Yes, they're supposed to be eyes. Yes, it ties into everything else. They shows up a lot. Real quick, there's another spot where you're like, what is that weird plasma ball looking thing? And you can kind of see there's a door, and there's another one of those trees with the dirt implying, there's more beyond. So let's go in here because I really like this house. And I want to show that final effect when we're ready to leave it. So we come in here, and here's another house. Another thing I should mention about these houses is a lot of them, the floor plan with the floor plan, the perimeter of it, the size of them match the outside houses. I actually took one and shrunk it to be the floor and then so it actually 1-for-1 should match. So it helps the immersion in your brain when you actually go into a building that it's the same size as it was outside, or seems to be. Because immersion, that's all we got.
That's all we got.
So here we have a lady, and she is a fortune teller of some sort. Got some crazy symbol drawn on the table, and that's one of your sound effects that was added. I think that's the Ocean Man one.
Yeah, that's if you reverse that, it's the lyrics to Ocean Man by Ween.
So
I think this symbol is from Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, the Bloodborne symbols. That's what that was.
Yeah, I made a whole set of symbols from Bloodborne.
Yeah, the different runes, the Carol runes. Cool side effect. This appears to be glowing and pulsing.
Oh, yeah, it's
It's
just,
not. It's under the floor is doing that, and this is just
Yeah.
like a reflection of that. But we'll see that in a minute.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I didn't with her lips. I didn't like time that out to the words or anything. I just put it on an offset timer of open close through like 5 or 6 states. It's just random enough to look random, and it lines up more often than not when she's so it works well. Yeah, so we'll go into this back room. Or
No.
we're not. We're not going in the back room.
Guess not.
Nope. Fun thing I did with this eye. When you get close, it turns into an actual eye that follows you. And that's another thing. It's like show at 1 for 1 meter. So when you get this close and you step away, it's normal, but then it pops out. Did that at least one other time, maybe 2. So
Yeah.
let's run upstairs. More stuff, more weirdness, a shrunken head. Say, I'd love to know how they do that. There's a book to preserve by, and it's redacted. Very spooky. Ooh, a hand. Bloody hand. This door has a cool effect that I copied from the Poltergeist house. Ha! You triggered it.
Yep.
You can touch the door, of course, but if you look at exactly the handle, it'll open it. So it's fun because when you go to reach for a door, you're going to look at the handle as you reach for it. So it starts to open before you actually touch it. Another one of these robes on a hanger, which you will at first think is some sort of creature, is not. Yeah, so here we have some squeaky rats. Purple goo in a jar. Another ritual object in a thing. Red candle, very ominous. Another thing we paid a lot of attention to, this window. There is a matching window on the outside of the building, which is technically way up there. Because each building teleport door, you go way underground. And then there's another book, The Night Rituals by Philip Howardson. I wonder if he's related to Howard Phillipson. Silly plays on H.P. Lovecraft's name. Because a lot of the ideas we did for here, lore-wise, was Lovecraftian. So I'm going to hit the door out. Because it's going to do a special thing that only happens to the first person who tries to leave this house per session. So until everyone leaves. You do that, and you are no longer... You didn't go outside. In fact, as you could tell, you came down into this grayscale clone of the room above us. And the fortune teller is a skeleton, apparently. And it's very fun because everyone else will go outside. If you're in a group, you go and end up here. Everyone else goes there, and they go outside. And they go outside, and they're like, "Wait, where's so-and-so?" And you're like, "Guys? Guys? I don't know where I am." So the only place you can go is the door again. And notice, oh man, it's so good. The shadows. You can't even tell that there's a clone of my avatar, the one that I like to use, all black. And it follows you. So you can't even see it in the darkness until you get right up to the door. And its hands are right there, so it's very freaky. You hit this, and you end up in this back room, coming out of it. And then so you can traverse and actually leave proper. It was a really fun, another psychological freaky thing that it only happens to one person. And no one can control it.
That's a great one.
Should we...
It's a hut right here.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a witch's hut from Haunted Woods Trails.
The first, yeah. Just nice. You got some clutter.
I didn't really do much with this.
You got the ring. The Anyland ring, of course, is always freaky.
Yep.
I always
Yeah,
wonder.
just threw some clutter down. Is this the one that dings?
Oh, yeah, it does. That one dings. Yeah, nice low ceiling. I like that. So yeah, it's kind of a storage shed kind of thing. Let's go this way first.
Yeah, this is where the content is.
Yeah. All right, so we got another freaky ghost. This one seems to be a woman in a dress. Super freaky there. So if you try to get close to her, she vanishes with static, which is freaky. And then you turn around, and then she's there and vanishes with static. And I would like to point out, well, hold on, before we do that, she goes up here, and then she vanishes again for good. But I want to point out this, because we just came up that way, but now there's a wall with fencing. But it's another one of those freaky psychological things, because this is walk-throughable. And you can just walk through. So another little psychological twist that we like to do, a trick. So here's this guy. He is leaning up against this door frame, and like that one other guy in the beginning, he doesn't look so good. He's kind of, And is that blood on the ground? He'll be fine,
Looks like
right?
it.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, you right? Oh, freakiness, right?
Yep.
So, not only is it a jump scare that he does yell and stuff, but then he scales the wall and goes right off the roof, and now you don't know where he is and if he's coming back. And if you look really closely, his hands turned into green tentacles. He moves so fast, it's very hard to tell. But yes, so I just want to show this as a cool alley, wires or whatever, the tree hanging, just this down here. The two doors that we said will be important 50 years from now, and then back to the bookshop, so I can just turn around here and go back up. Poof. So we can show the last part of this. So downstairs. If you look in here long enough, you'll see two red eyes up here. I forget the timing on it. I think it's like 15 seconds. Of course, as soon as I look away, it'll show up. So now I have to. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So out in the woods, there's something. So here's it's closed. I love doing the positional audio, where clearly the person growling isn't behind the door. They're clearly behind this window. Yeah, so here's another alley that, there's a doll.
Yep.
In a dead-end alley. Huh.
Normal.
Totally, right? So we'll just walk closer. And we prevent you from walking too close, which,
Of course.
I like doing that. The control. So you can see her clearly. She's not doing anything. Okay, so no jump scare. It's weird. So you just turn around and we'll just leave. So yeah, that doll doesn't really do anything. She just kind of... Where'd she go? What? Where'd she go?
I don't know. Very simple effect.
So simple. In fact, I'm gonna go into edit mode to show this because of how simple it is. See invisible? So the white is unwalkable floor. So you can only go so far. She's there on a sub thing. You go through, you look at her, whatever. You can't walk on the white, so you're done in this alley. You turn around, and this red wall, which is another quad one-way see-through, has a when looked at effect. That's when looked at, then tell nearby, hey, it's a different Delco.
I figured I'd do that, get rid of the particle effect.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Trailing behind me.
Yeah. So, yeah, when you look at that whole wall, and you have to when you leave this alley, it sends a tell nearby command to the something of the doll, which puts her, under the floor or whatever, gone forever. It's also personal. So if anyone who doesn't go down the alley will still see the doll. So you get another one of those psychological effects where people are like, where'd it go? What are you talking about? I see it right there, kind of thing. Oh, yeah. Top hat.
Yep. Yeah, this is what I made for this world.
Right?
The Phantom Avatar came 2021.
Right after. That's right.
Yeah, this is the full Ravenswich theme.
I love it. And then we both have the candles floating on us, which is great.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's continue on. So this whole section of alleys is like, we consider it like a hub. You're meant to explore and whatever. And then because of that, this is like, you're going to continue on. You can come back. You can backtrack through this door. But we were afraid that people, if they didn't see everything yet in this whole hub area, if they went in here, and this continues more linearly to the next areas, they wouldn't realize that they missed a bunch of stuff. So you had put that sign to just kind of, gently say, hey, when you're done, continue on, but pretty much don't go here yet, kind of thing. So we used that a couple of times. Going through into this room. Pretty normal. Oh, not normal.
Uh-oh.
We've got floating furniture. We've got walls and floors that are askew. And I hear the sound of, the ocean.
Yeah.
Distantly somewhere over there.
We are on an island.
Yeah, that's true. So it would make logical sense that we'd get to the shores.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to explain how you did the floating furniture?
Yeah, well,
It looks so good.
first of all, very hard to make them do this without clipping
Mm.
into anything,
Right.
because the floating is actually random,
Oh, basically.
Mostly.
Yeah.
just by the way it's done, because I don't remember exactly how many layers of sub-things it is, but basically, it's a sub-thing that has a constant rotation
Mm-hmm.
applied to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then a parent sub-thing that's kind of also rotating on its own, and then another apparent something on top of that that's moving it around. So it's like two different points of rotation, and it's being shifted around on top of that, so
It appears
it
to be
creates
random.
this basically random.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it would be random. Maybe it's not, if the rotation speed is always constant
Oh, yeah.
for each upon the script beginning, but yeah, getting all this stuff to float with that method and not clip into the walls was tricky,
Yeah.
especially that bookcase over there.
Oh, yeah. Because there's a whole table you did. And then, this bookcase.
I think the bookcase is actually only on one axis, because if that rotated with the multi-axis thing,
yeah.
it would 100% clip.
Oh, yeah. Because there would be it's too big to move around like that.
In fact, I think I may have manually done this animation to position it.
To get it. Yeah.
But the chairs and table and everything, those have the book clip just clips into the table.
I wonder if I turn on See Invisible. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
you probably can.
Yeah, you have 3 something
It's
controllers.
3.
so
Okay,
it's
yeah.
nested.
And you can kind of see how it's nested. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like
That's
this,
right. So it's
this one is attached directly to that, and then those other 2 are each rotating in their own way. One's a slave to the other, Yeah,
I'm trying to. So this one is controlling the table,
Right. Yeah.
and then this one. Yeah, that one is rotating and controlling this one,
Mm.
and then this one's controlling both on an arc, kind of like this.
Oh, yes, I see it now. That one's.
I remember
arcing
the arc
this
thing.
way.
Um,
All right. Grab another lantern.
Yeah, that's a fun effect
It is really fun. It looks so natural.
because it's just freehand
Yeah.
animated.
Yeah.
You don't have to really worry about precision, so it's random every time. You're gonna get something different because it's all placed by hand.
Yeah, it looks so natural
And
and
you can change the
organic.
rotation speed.
Right. Really good for freaky.
And then of
floating
course,
things.
smooth follow on sub things.
Right.
That's
Right.
crucial. It doesn't look
Yes.
good if you don't do it that way.
Yeah, because it'll stop and then go and stop. This is continuously. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's awesome.
It looks strangely natural for Anyland animation.
Yes, right, because it does. It's the way it. Everything. It looks organic. It doesn't look manual at all. So yeah.
The walls, texture on the walls, tilted.
Yep.
Look,
And the
the
floor
rooms seem
is skewed
weird.
a little.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that even this probably doesn't look all that great in a video. And this doesn't look all freaky with the floor and the walls on a video. But in VR with the immersion factor, this whole room is unsettling.
Forgot this painting is
Oh
floating.
yeah,
as
the
well.
painting is not attached to
Just this like, I think, does that even animate?
No.
I think maybe you come in here and it's just already off the wall
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah, I
notice
think
that.
it is. Because you wouldn't notice it. Alright. Just a, book. Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs because there's a whole effect sequence here. Oh my god. Oh my god, somebody just got shot and ran out that door.
Why?
I don't know. How? There's literally a smoking gun. Oh god. Shell casings here for the bullets. Knocked his hat right off. And
Dang.
also notice, why does he have a blindfold on?
Why?
That's weird. I don't know. Oh yeah. All the bottles.
No
are
point in the
breakable.
gun. It's a, period accurate. I wanted to make it,
Yeah.
and it worked well for the sequence.
Yeah.
So why not make it fully functional?
Fully functional. You can even shoot these wine bottles, and they regenerate.
The
so you
gun
keep
jams
doing it.
sometimes.
Oh yeah, you did the very.
This was really just like a weekend project, and I just, had a gun sequence, so random variables on the jam.
Yeah.
Animation is accurate to how the real thing functions.
Just cool.
I'm not a huge gun nut, but
Right.
I think the Mauser T93 is cool.
Yeah.
Neat
Plus,
gun.
like in Anyland, it's fun to make guns and blasters and stuff because they're interactables. You hold them and
Yeah.
it's just fun. Yeah, so we just barely missed a murder live in front of us. You go up those stairs, there's a when looked at block that takes up the whole top of the staircase, so you have to trigger it. You get the light flashes, I think there's a light over there that's invisible normally that just does the two pop pop brightness. Line up all the sound effects and then do a door slam and then, some footsteps. It's beautiful. That's how you do a murder without showing it. You do it all by sound. So open this door. And just as a side note, when the door closes, it does the same slam sound.
It does it quickly too,
Yeah.
so I gotta step out. That
Yep.
slammed in my face many
so
times.
many times.
Because people always tend to stop right here, so I end up standing on the threshold.
No. Okay, so now, in fact, you hear the ocean waves. This is the shore, and there's a beach down there, and very nice wave foam effect that you came up with the particles there.
In this one,
Hmm.
I actually did model
Aha!
out
Oh, you have
in its
one.
entirety before I made it.
That's right.
So there you go.
So it's a whole cliffside.
Yep,
Yeah.
I just wanted a cliffside path, and so that's what I did. Cliffside path, got a wall, like kind of a sea wall. I don't know the term for it, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
with
See
rocks
the
down
houses
there.
back
Is
there.
the edge of the city,
Mm-hmm.
the shores of the island. I'm happy with the water effect I did down
It's
there.
so good. You've gotten lots of compliments on it.
Yep, some cool cargo lifts over there with some towers and some trees that I made
Oh, yeah.
specifically for this spot.
Right.
It seems.
The, pine trees. Yeah, I don't think we
No, I
used
made them
those.
about 100 days before I placed them, so I don't remember exactly what I made those trees for, but they worked well for here.
Totally.
Hanging
Yeah.
lanterns on the
Trees. I love it. Because you need to light the
trees.
path and give some spotlights,
Yeah.
but then there's darkness in between, so you never know what's... And I love how it
Yeah, the
just
darkness
goes
in
into the
between was-
darkness.
that was an accident, but
Yeah.
yeah, I love this.
You come through here.
And there's right there,
Oh, the growl.
monster growl,
And you're like,
right in the
"Oh, it's
middle
so
of the darkness,
dark." Yep.
halfway.
Yep. And then is
So
that
it's
the
like-
guy who ran up and scaled that building? Because that's the
Mhm.
building he ran up. We just came out of. So we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh." Oh, the other thing about having the gun that you made and having it actually usable is we talked about giving people a gun so that they thought that they could shoot jump scares or maybe have to shoot something to make them
Yeah.
feel a sense of security, like they have some agency in this world, and they do not.
Over there.
Yeah.
I forgot I did that.
What?
Uh,
Oh,
wait
the
for it.
lighthouse.
Yep. I added the lighthouse for some visual continuity.
Because we are
The
like
sea
miles
down there
away.
isn't quite big enough. You can see that the clouds are still visible below the sea
The
line,
horizon level. Yeah.
the horizon line. But that's kind of a mistake. But
No one would notice.
the water's gigantic already, so I'm not gonna
That's
make
right.
it excessively large. So
Yeah.
who's gonna look back? I don't know. It
I
doesn't
don't-
really matter.
Right.
I only
yeah,
just now
this is-
noticed it.
Oh yeah, this area that we're in right now that you showed that little model of, is like miles away from where we came from. Because you teleport into this
Yeah.
that building and then you come upstairs and through there. So that lighthouse is the duplicate lighthouse because it's not the one by the beginning at all. But by you putting it there, it helps give you that sense of location. And with the map I drew,
It's approximately the same distance,
Mhm.
I think. If
think-
it was 1-to-1 without big gaps between areas,
yeah,
it's about the same distance,
yeah.
I believe.
It's really cool to add things like that tie it in, to further fool you into thinking that this is all continuous and that you're not like hitting teleport doors that teleport you miles away. And we do that because
Yeah.
things need to be separated for the frame rate so that not everything's loading at once.
Right.
So I'm getting a pretty good one. Frame rate here.
Yeah, right here, there's the edge of the map. There's nothing out there, so
Yeah, I mean,
good frame rate right
even in
here
VR,
in this spot.
it's nothing. And we were aggressive with the show at. We did several passes
Yeah, very aggressive.
to make sure nothing was rendering that didn't need to be, to keep that frame rate up. So yeah, here, more darkness, more going around this curve, the edge, and you see a light and a tunnel. There's a really cool effect here. The water splashes up. I love that. Everyone loves that. It's kind of a
Yep.
jump scare, especially if you're more running through here. But it's organic, it's natural. Water
Yeah.
could just splash up with a wave.
It's more rocks and some throwaway, or not throwaway, but some buildings placed along the shore.
Yeah. To fill up the dimension.
I like the way the rocks kind of went down. Oh, those rocks aren't merged. That's not good. That shape is terrible about performance.
Oh, that's the
performance
crinkled
hit from that
sphere.
particular shape. Yeah, that thing kills the frames, but
Yeah.
I didn't merge those.
The shape we used for the
Oh, wow.
entire cavern of the underground.
Mm-hmm.
At least those
Yeah,
merged
this
really
is
well.
edge of the map. Nothing here, so
Yeah.
no real loss. They all have a show ad, I think.
Yeah, and that'll quickly be unrendered anyway as we go on.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a tunnel of darkness, and then you have these spikes, which, further imply or keep with the continuity of the fact that these types of tunnels can be locked with gates. So you just step in. It's a nice wind effect. Just again, another wind-neared block as usual. And you start hearing this repetitive weird sound. What is that? It's like something getting hit and then something sloppy. I don't know. So here, run through. You come around this tight corner. There's blood on the wall. There's blood splurting. There's a window, and it's just going smash on a bloody hand. And it's squirting blood, and it's just... I don't know why I had that idea to do this. I don't think it was inspired by anything. I just was like, oh, I wonder if... Hey, they'll start getting out of sync, depending on your frame rate. But... it's freaky. I like doing sounds you can hear that make you go, what is that? And then you approach and it gets louder until you get the revelation. I like that as a spooky design thing. So, another alley you can't go down. The fence. There's actually nothing beyond that at all. But yeah. This is another archway with spikes. Except if you think you're just going to run for that red door, you got something coming at you. And then it goes down.
That one is so jarring.
It's so jarring because it's so loud. Well, it's not even... It's pretty loud. But it's such that pop sound followed by the sour string hit. It's such a great combo. When I came up with that combo for the spikes that pop up by the witch in House on Haunted Woods Trails 3, I knew I had to reuse it. I knew I had to reuse it.
Sound.
It's so good. I think
I'm scared.
I've used it at least once since here. So yeah, I like that too because like you see the blood hand and then there's nothing except this red door drawing your attention. So you just kind of got to skip merrily up these stairs. Thinking you're just going to go right to the door, and it stops you and surprises you. So I really like that as a jump scare. So let's go here, and we enter. Where are we? Somewhere. It's kind of okay. Bottles of wine, a bunch of cups. I hear some noise beyond this door. Ah, look at this. We're in a big tavern or a pub or something. And we just came in for the back way on the second level. And there are like a whole bunch of people here. This is great. Let's get a drink with all these people. They all seem to be wearing black robes. Weird. Get the chatter, of their conversations. Nice chandelier. Yeah, let's go down. Oh. Wait. Where'd everybody go? Where'd all the lights go? Yep, everybody's gone and the lights are all out, except for a few candles.
Well, where did this end up? In the wall? How did that happen?
Oh, beyond the... Oh, under the stairs, that's what... But it's so dark you can't even tell.
The stairs have a... I forgot about this, the little area under the stairs.
Huh. We never got that way.
I need to get a... The collision's weird down here as well.
Oh, yeah, because, you're not supposed to be there. But yeah, there's just a Wynyard block up there, and it tells the light to go out and play the pop sound effect. All of the people who are sitting in these chairs, all the NPCs, were all connected to a single sub-thing, which untweened sent them way under the ground at the same time. So you get this really cool effect. And the chatter stops. There's a sound effect block, which permanently locks itself out at that moment too. So I love that effect. It's like, oh hey, it's a well lit tavern. There are a bunch of people. There's no jump scare here. Everything's fine. And now it's just abandoned, and you're just like, oh, weird. Not much else to say except it's a really nice tavern. It feels era appropriate. I always thought. Yeah. So door's already half open to guide you out. And this was McDermott's Eatery.
McDermott, yes.
The fun thing we did on this is we have real windows.
Yep.
So if I'm inside, You actually
This
see
wall was
outside.
very tedious to design with the cutouts for 6 windows.
Oh yeah, because he did the upper level too. I should point out here the sewer covers start making an appearance in these alleys, and they especially see it in that one from here. They're steaming, which probably stinks. But it's just to imply that, you know, we're near a sewer system at this point. We're probably in the heart of the city or whatever. And yeah, nasty. So the alley goes this way, but we put up these posts, ended unwalkable floor, so you can't go beyond. And there's a building there, and it tees, just to imply that there's more beyond, but you can't go there. And we did the same thing on that side. You can see the post from here. More Ravenswich banners. Just more alleys and everything. The clock is keeping time, pretty much.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah, that one turns left.
I guess this is the edge of the city, because if you go back that way,
Oh yeah, the shore.
you're at the shore.
water's
So
there.
these are like the buildings along the rocks that we were seeing.
Oh yes. You're right. So we're not so much in the heart of the city.
And the
it's
road
just-
doesn't go to the right, does it?
It goes left.
No, it
only.
doesn't.
Because of
Yeah,
that,
I
you're
think
right.
we thought
Yep.
about that.
Yeah, because I was mirroring that going left and right, and then you pointed out that it shouldn't go left. I was like, oh yeah, so we won't. So here's another great with a, you know,
Awesome.
can't go through, but you can see through. And then I did this earlier. I had this old style hand pointing where you should go instead of a blood arrow. But of course it's locked. The gate is locked. Fortunately, the gatehouse is right here. It's a cute little 2-story, building. So, yeah, I guess we should probably lower the gate from the gatehouse.
Yep.
Blood arrow.
Whoa.
I haven't done that in a while.
That happens all the time.
Drank my explosion potion. I'll turn off the light for a sec. So yeah, you can see a shadow of something. Oh, chandelier broke. That happens a lot in this town. I have a door here.
Don't know what that was, though.
Door doesn't react. Yeah, I don't know what the thing was that was kind of spooky. So we'll go upstairs. No, everything's cool. Everything's good. Some sort of ritual bone sculpture thing. I don't know. The door just opens when you get across here. And should we point out the joke in the room?
Yep.
Okay. So here we have a chair that committed suicide by hanging itself, using a person to hold it up until he kicked the person away. In a complete reversal
Classic.
of a normal hanging of a man standing on a chair, kicking the chair out. It's horrible. So we had to make a joke out of it. We even put a little note here, which is a quote from you. It said, "We've already done like 10 different hanged people, so it'd be nice for a change."
Yeah.
So that always gets a laugh and breaks some of the tension.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "What the hell?" And we're like, "Yeah, for fun." So, yep. I really like also design-wise putting the beams in, which we had to do
nice.
for the hanging, of course. But it just, I don't know, it adds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you point this out?
No.
The thing? By every dead person?
By every dead person, there's this symbol that's near them, which again is the Ravenswich 4 Eyes logo.
Yep.
It's one of those things observant people will notice, and most people probably won't.
I don't know if anyone noticed that.
Yeah. So we'll go down. This door is now open, and there's another ghost person. Oh, great. But look, we have to go in there. I see the switch. Up. But she's gone, so we're safe. And here's the first time we see this symbol. And this is a note Aaron Winchesterson muses upon the symbols and how he feels nauseous when he looks at it. Kind of going with some of that Lovecraftian vibe. I wanted to make some interesting artifacts and some weirdness. All right, gate controls. There we go. If you listen, you hear the sound coming from over there. The bit of electricity.
Right where it is.
Right where it is. Yeah, because that's where the gate is. That's exactly where, the sound should be playing. Except, if we run back through here, we know that this is a teleport door, which also implies that we're, like, super far below the main street. Which I think if you come in, you see you rise up, Anyland style.
Just
so
a sound effect block playing a muffled sound effect of a gate opening. Meanwhile, this gate has an animation with the same sound effect, unmuffled, out here for anyone that's standing here.
Yeah. And so it's a
That's
perfect
continuity.
Yeah, continuity for the immersion. Again, that's all we've got. So you come through here, everything's kind of okay lit. Oh, the skeleton just drops out of the alcove. I love it. And you animated that really well.
Yeah, this alley was like blank.
Yeah.
And we kept we'll have an idea for this alley, and we never did.
That's
so
right.
I was just I'll just have a skeleton that falls over.
Yeah.
Is all I could come up with a detailed animation.
Yeah, the smooth. Because I wanted a jump scare of some sort, but then I realized that the alcove isn't very deep, so you can't really hide anything to jump scare. But
and
then you
that's the
came
best
with the
I
skeleton.
could hide.
It worked out well. It looks really good. Just another dead body in Ravenswich. Here's another scary thing. It's a bomb on 2 barrels of gunpowder.
How could it be?
It's really a joke, though. But and I seem to sometimes have the magic touch, and no one else does.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. You can blow it out.
It didn't do it for me. Well, for me, I can just.
Oh, you eat it.
Yeah. It didn't work.
Oh, it's personal.
It's
too,
not working.
So I didn't see it. Well, this is a donut-shaped alleyway with a building in the middle. I'm gonna go this way because I want to show some weirdness.
Oh yes.
What is that purple wiggly thing? Is that a giant worm or a snake? Spoilers.
What is that?
It's not. That's the first time you'll see a tentacle in Ravenswich. If you're paying attention. There will be more. But just, having more, again, we do this, locked out alleyway, but I want to give people a reason to actually look. So sometimes you can see things like that. Sometimes you're coming down the alley and you look at one of those and you get another one of these guys. Super creepy. And now you don't want to look down that. Yeah, here's the only place you can go is this door. So I'll go through. And now when you're in here, there's a little effect for 30 seconds. I'm seeing a bunch of red moving particles, but they move with me. And basically, since it's a teleport door, we force you to arrive in a certain spot. Knowing that, we can put... Actually, let's turn invisible on. Oh gosh, it's stuck to me. But you can see right here, as soon as you arrive, it shoots a sticky thing onto you that has that particle effect. That's personal. So you come in here and you've got this red particle effect and you feel really weird for a little bit. Just, adding to the usual weirdness of everything. So again, we're in another Victorian house, and stairs are broken out here, so you can't go upstairs, which is just a clever way to, make it imply that there's a second floor, but not having to actually do it because there's nothing interesting. We want you to go through that door. We'll take a look at this woman who is unwell. She has had her eyes removed forcibly while being bound and placed on this chair. It looks like, I guess, she bled out. Definitely not good. Not good at all. And the clock, again, is keeping time. It's close to 12:30. And again with this artifact. Bloody handprints, blood on the door. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going into the basement. And we've got candles, and we've got more symbolism. And we get here. And now we have a freaky shrine. And a cage. But a freaky shrine.
Wonderful.
And this is where we really start getting the revelation of Ravenswich is not well. We've got eye bats. We've got a hole in the ground. We've got statuary, the Cthulhu Acolyte statuary. We've got eyes in a jar, probably in formaldehyde. More of that purple goo in a jar. You can definitely see that artifact in the box. Red candles, super weird. And then this hole in the ground. I'm going to jump down.
Yep.
There's sound coming there. Sound coming from there. This guy in the total darkness. Just a totally freaky vignette. And then all the walls in here are Vanta black, so you can't see anything. And so the wall slides away to reveal the door, and you get the four eyes in the darkness follow you. And you open this door. Hey, it's Delco! And you come into you're definitely underground at this point, but piping, whatever, looks like the start of a sewers kind of thing. And definitely another manhole cover. It's a grimy floor. Oh, it feels like it. Piping. This guy. Okay, so this is just adding more to the weird of what's going on here. Not only is this guy chained up by his hands hanging, but his feet are chained up. His eyes also removed, but then he's also got this purple goo on him, and it's all over. What? It's not good. This room is actually one of the underground mod rooms. We just cleaned up, changed the floor and the ceiling. Actually, no, same ceiling. You can tell the brickwork, and then we just kind of threw a bunch of pipes in. And now we'll go into the actual sewers. This is a one-way door. And now we get a real Delco's sewers. The really good immersion feel in here.
Yep. Spiral stairs. I hate doing spiral stairs, but so naturally I did a very long set of them.
Green lighting adds to the weirdness.
Add to the mood. I made some nice water.
This is awesome.
Some sound effects that splash up.
The sound effect of it coming down, the particle effect itself, the splashing up on the puddle, like, feels so good.
Yeah, this is yeah, I like how this turned out a lot. This whole opening area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. From here, more piping.
Then through here, I made these modular sewer halls, but I didn't end up using them as much. Some nasty, nasty water.
Yeah. Which also
Piping.
it's deep water because I feel like I'm up to my knees in
Yes.
it right now, which is
Yeah.
again something that doesn't come up on video. But when you're in VR exploring this, turn out the light. You do feel that as soon as you step down.
Mm-hmm. And then you have
Ooh.
this is fake. I don't know the term for this, but the reflection of the lighting,
In
the
the water.
lighting bouncing off the water and
Yeah.
reflecting it on the wall. That is fake. That is a texture. That is a faded water texture on the wall, animated
Yeah.
to match the color of the light.
That looks really good too, because that's exactly what it looks like. Because the water itself is also animated.
Yeah. No one ever has ever really pointed that out.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it's because it looks so natural
Right.
that it
Right. Yeah.
they just kind of take it for granted, but I don't know, maybe it's too subtle. Who's to say?
It's subtle,
I'm
but
happy
in a
with
real
it.
way.
I had the idea way back 2017 maybe.
When we were prototyping stuff for the Underground 2,
Yeah.
in the underground village by the water.
Out of that
Hmm.
sewage.
Ugh, I'm still in it. There we go.
I wanted a very pipe dense section, so I did that here.
Oh yeah.
More, needlessly detailed.
Yeah.
Cranks and stuff.
They look awesome. Oh yeah, with your needles
This-
that are actually animated.
Oh yeah, those are animated on sub things. Not really going for I can't think of the term. Not really going for performance efficient.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just want it to be detailed, stand up to scrutiny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I want.
Oh totally. When people look closely. I like this too because everything feels kind of close and those pipes are low.
Yep.
It's a good feeling. Oh yeah. The sound effect that plays in the pipe behind you as you pass
Mhm.
by. I love
And then
that.
straight
timing.
up,
Oh yeah. There's
there's an eye batten right there. There's some purple
Oh yeah.
slime. Are they piping the slime through here?
Oh yeah. Oh no. That can't be good. Oh, that can't be good. Yeah. And this hallway, this right here, I had a bunch of large spiders drop out of here, and then they were like skittering around on the ground. It was such a good effect. It was so freaky. It made you like want to jump and lift up your feet and whatever and run by. But they kept clipping on the walls and stuff, creating huge frame drops. And
As you
lag.
walk this way, it would
Yeah,
just
as
go
you-
down to like 20 FPS.
Oh yeah, and sometimes it would almost freeze up. So I did away with it because they were all emitted and they were all unfortunate, but sometimes we have to cut back on our ideas.
Going forward here, keep your eyes right there
Yeah.
in that area. There's a little black ball that kind of animates and kind of pokes out, just kind of look like.
Yep.
If you're looking at it, that's clearly what it is. But if you happen to notice that,
Yeah.
it'll
It's
look like
freaky.
you don't know what it was.
Yeah. Because that's
No
somebody
one has
peeking
ever
around.
noticed it.
Yeah, it's pretty subtle in the darkness, but I love.
But just in
that
case, it's
there.
there.
There are lots of things later on that are super subtle that people won't notice if they're not looking. Advice later on is always look up or look up towards
Yeah.
the distance. So I can see
However, this
Yeah, go ahead.
this next thing is not subtle.
Right. So you can see the blood arrow there, and it kind of like a dead end. I love it. The pipe burst and took out the wall, and that's where you need to go. It's great. So I'll step in. And yeah, ooh, there's definitely some purple nastiness.
Yeah.
That can't be good. I hear clicking and stuff. Go through here. We're in another, underground piping room. The gate. And then we come through this door. That's a lot of purple? Purple gas? What the?
Purple. It's a river of slime.
It's a river of slime! Oh my god!
Musical hit.
Yep.
Very dramatic.
Right? Just to let you know that, yes, this is super important.
Yep. To take from Ghostbusters 2
Mm-hmm.
and use in the context of Ravenswich,
Mm-hmm.
a river of slime.
Purple slime. Which, as we tie into the lore, is Eldritch God blood.
Yep.
But this is where things will start getting freaky. Because now you're breathing it in. All this gas. And this is where the purple goo in people's homes are coming from. And the piping in the sewers. People being exposed to all of this.
Well, this is a long one.
This is a long one. We could break it up here and do part 2
Yep.
in the second video.
We'll traverse this river of slime next time.
Next time, because we're going there and we'll figure out what's going on. And I'm starting to feel a little woozy breathing in all this.
Oh, yeah. Need to take a minute.
Yeah, I probably need to take a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's a gorgeous sewer, by the way.
Thank you.
And then we got the river flowing. I wonder where it's flowing from and where it's flowing to.
Who's to say?
Mm-hmm.
Under the island. What is under the island?
Ooh, there must be something underground. Under the island.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tying in lore from 2016. Oh, yeah. All right, well. Jump in there. I wonder if that didn't even work. Oh, it's doing the camera's flying around in space.
Classic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
It's taken a minute.
It is. Oh, here we go. Hey, it's us. Cool. So, yeah, we'll end the video here. So we'll do a part 2 with the rest of Ravenswich, because this river of slime and you breathing it in, you the adventurer actually experiencing it, what comes next ties into this effect, I guess, of this unfortunate situation. And there are a bunch of revelations. Everything gets much more weird in Ravenswich, and we have a lot more to talk about as far as design stuff, because there are a lot of really cool effects that we did. Everything's been fairly plain and straightforward up until now. So, yeah, until video 2, have a good night.